This is Iron Trader, and it is Hump Day, which means it is Crude Day. Now, yesterday, the API report came out, and actually, you had a big draw in the crude oil here. And there was a build in gasoline, but overall, it was pretty bullish. So now, remember, the EIA report will be out today at 10:30, so we'll see if it all confirms. So, as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily chart. Now, let me just big this up a little bit here. Now, if you've been watching my videos here, I've been saying that we have basically a parabolic run here, but you're in nosebleed section. And yesterday, we had a high of 92.43. The previous day, 92.43, couldn't do that, couldn't close above, and then put a topping tail in there for a candle. Okay, now today we got a lower low. Okay, so that is that's not good. However, what you got to do is on a closing basis, it needs to close above this 89.93. And if it does, then we're going to have this sideways action like this. However, if it doesn't, then what you want to do is look at today's low so far. That's 88.97. And then what we want to do is come over to this candle here. You're looking at 88.29. And then we want to look here on these candles right here. Okay, so you're looking at 88.07. Okay, since this candle here, it rallied up here, and then that was the breakout. So you always come back to this candle here at that 88.07. Now, again, if that's lost, then we come here to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 87.22 here. You have 86.71, and then we have 86.15 going on there. And then what we want to do is look over to this candle right here. Okay, this is going to be key. So this is basically your 84.89. That was the other breakout area. Now, before then, that is your support levels. Your key support levels will be this 8 SMA here at 89.94, and then your 21-day here, you're sitting at 85.60. But again, if that's all lost, you always look right here to these top and bottom of the candles and the closing numbers. Those provide very good support and resistant levels. So on your RSI here, well, you're on nosebleed. You went right up here, up to that 80 area, came right down. Now we're out to that 70 area. Now what you have to watch out for is this right here. See how this 8 SMA, but once that rolls over and that price gets below it, then you get just nothing like about a bear flag situation, and that's really not good for higher prices. But that's getting ahead of ourselves here. Let's just watch this 8-day here on the closing basis. If not, we'll just watch the bottom of these candles and then that 21-day. Now, let's just see. Say this happens to rally up here. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to look at that 92.43. That is going to be very, very key level. If it can get above that, then we come to these candles right here. Okay, so basically you're looking at 92.87. On this candle here, you're looking at 93.31, and then we have 93.64, and then your retest is up there. You're sitting at 93.74. Now, it never did make it up high. It got as high as 92.43, but this candle right here, okay, kind of stopped it there. You're at that 92.87. So you came in very, very close to that resistant level, but you never made it all the way up to the top. Well, that's so far. So we got to see how this all shakes out. So let's take a look here on a weekly and a monthly chart. Okay, a monthly chart here, you're still looking very, very bullish here. But again, you're only 20 days in. You got, time to go here on the monthly. The key is going to be holding this 21-day here by the end of the month. And now it's coming down at sitting at 86.95. Here on your weekly chart here, well, let's just see here. Kind of hard to tell. You still have a higher high here, but then, you have the full week here to go here. Today's only Wednesday. So if it does come down, watch this key 100 SMA here. That's going to be very key, sitting at 85.98, and then this 8 SMA here. Okay, so your 8 SMA is still crossed above your 21, above your 50-day here. Is looking to push to 100 here, but we'll have to see if that's going to roll back over here again here, or if it's just going to keep on rising up here. Now, the key is it has to hold that on a closing basis, just like it did here. Now, it came lower, but it closed above for the week, above that 8 SMA. That's very, very important. Now, again, if that is lost, then your big support level is going to be all the way down here, 78.35 on your 50-day and 77.49 here on your 21 SMA. Now, again, below that, then you're headed right here for this 69.09 here for your 200-day. See how many times it held it. And then right below is your big retest of 63.64. Now, crude oil here is still in play here, at least to the end of the month. But then again, with Saudi Arabia here, cutting production and Russia cutting production, you're actually cutting 1.3 million barrels per day here now to the end of the year. Okay, so that seasonality chart just might not, play out fully this year. But again, as far as seasonality goes, it goes to the end of the month here as far as the crude oil position here. Now, remember, the U.S. still has to replenish that SPR. They are way in the hole on that SPR. So you're like 380 million barrels there in deficit. So that all has to be replaced also. So there's always going to be a good crude floor underneath the crude ski, you know what I'm saying? So always just remember that. All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on with the natural gas. Okay, natural gas. You got your hourly chart here and you got a 4-hour chart here. Well, let's just take a look here at this 4-hour chart. Now you're holding up. See, you have a nice series of higher lows here. Okay, very, very nice. Okay, that's always very, very positive. Now, yesterday you had a good rally, went all the way up to 2.87, but it could not close above this key level here, which is basically 2.865. Intraday going up on about is fine, but you got to have the close. That is the key. You have to close above. So if you can get above this 2.87, and then we come up here to this candle here, this is 2.865. Always watch that's very important. Then we can come up here and retest this 3.018. But right now you have a nice series of higher lows. Very, very good. So let's just watch this 8 SMA here. Okay, so you're looking at 2.77 on the upside. And then what we want to do is we want to look to the top of this candle right here. Okay, you're looking at 2.782. And then we will here, 2.823. And then your retest of 2.87. Again, a close above. Then we can layer all the way on up here until we hit this level up here. Now, here on the downside, let's big this up a little bit. Watch this key level here, this 2.71, and then watch this 50 SMA here. You're sitting at 2.69, and then 2.66 right below it here is basically your 200 SMA. But right now, this is still looking very, very bullish here. Now, on your hourly chart, it's pretty much the same thing. But what we want to do is watch this 21 SMA here at 2.73. 2.78, I mean. And then if you can rally up here, then we want to do is look to the top of this candle right here. Okay, so you're looking at that 2.824. That is your gap. And then we have a little fill area right there. If you look at the low on this candle here, you're looking at 2.832. So a lot of times what it does is it rallies right up to this gap and maybe the fill and then go up to the retest. So this is always will be resistant level right in this area here. Now on the downside, always watch that 8 SMA here, 2.75, and then you have your 50-day right below that, 2.74, 2.72, and then your big retest here sitting at 2.69 here. But see, as long as it holds this area right here, see right now you still have that nice series of higher lows here, which is very, very bullish. And natural gas is coming into this area right now here for the winter season. All right, let's take a look here on a daily and a weekly. Okay, your weekly chart holding very nice. As long as we can hold this level right here, basically 2.66. That is like the magic number here for on natty gas right now. As long as that can hold here, if it doesn't, then we go to the next level there, basically at 2.55. But right now, this is just sideways action here, looking very good. Always keep in mind, look at these price channels here. As long as you're in the middle of price channels, you're doing good. If you can break out above that key price channel here, then what we do is we come over here, you hit your 200 SMA here, and then this is the candle that you always want to look at. This is that 3.027. Okay, never made it above this. This candle got close at 3.018, but you need to close above that candle right there. Once you do that, then you got a good shot at this target here at 3.38. That's your 50 SMA here on your weekly, and then 3.76 here on your 200 SMA. Now, here on your daily chart, well, we're looking really good. It's just, very, very nice action here because off of this double bottom here, right here, right here, you had a nice rally up, but then see, look at these candles here. Always look to the left of the chart. You put a nice double top in there. Okay, so you sold down, you held your 100 SMA, rallied up here, got as high as that 2.823, and then yesterday we had a really nice pop. There's that 2.827, but see, you need to close above this candle right here. That's that 2.865. That's the one that's very, very key. You can do it intraday, but it's got to close above, which it didn't do. Now, today, so far, we have a red candle here. So on the downside, watch this 8 SMA here. You're looking at basically 2.72, and then your 50 and 21 day are sitting here at that 2.655. Let's just call it 2.66. So you look at this candle right here. This is the candle that it needs to hold. That's very, very critical. So just call it 2.66. That is your very key support level here. Now, again, if we can get above this here, then you got that 2.782. But then see right above this here is you got that 2.89. That's going to provide very, very strong resistance, especially when the 200-day is just like on a waterfall right on down here. Okay, just huge slide. You know what I'm saying? There's just nothing where it looks like it's going to roll up. So that's going to provide huge, huge resistance. Now, again, if you can close above, then we have your targets up here, okay, and then we have this key level here, which is your 3.02, and then we can rally up and turn this around here and go much, much higher. But right now, we just have a nice trading range here. Yesterday was great scalping. The UNG, the Boyle, I didn't scalp any short yesterday here, but I probably should have. As soon as it couldn't get through there, I should have went short here. But in this time frame here, I just rather just scalp the longs here. So like on Boyle, I'm scalping like 1,500 shares. On UNG now, I took that up there where I'm scalping 15,000 shares. So you can make some really good daily money here with that. And hopefully this here will get a nice breakout here. That's what we're kind of looking at because, see, look where this thing came from. See, all the way down. If you can repeat that, you can have a really, really nice flow round up. All right, I'll have more for you on crude oil here and natural gas here later in the day after the pit close. And thanks for watching.